3i Atlas and R2 SWAN seem to be in sync, and that is highly suspicious. Both glowing green, both displaying sunward-facing tails, both positioned on opposite sides of Earth at the exact same time. 3i Atlas is the interstellar visitor that we've been tracking for months. R2 SWAN is an object that appeared out of nowhere just one day before reaching its closest point to the sun. The timing of these two objects showing up together and behaving this similarly has a lot of people asking questions. Now, before we dive in, a lot of you have mentioned that you are enjoying the new outros, and this newest one is a major update, so make sure that you stick around to the very end. As always, I'm here to report the information without bias, and you can decide what to believe. You can find the sources in my detailed articles at ufonews.co, along with in the description box below. Hey ufologists, I'm Cristina Gomez, and welcome to this episode of UFO News Updates. So who exactly is R2 SWAN? This object was discovered on September 11th, 2025 by a Ukrainian astronomer, and he spotted it while examining images from the SWAN instrument aboard the Soho spacecraft. Now, what makes the discovery unusual is the timing. The Ukrainian astronomer found the comet just one day before reaching its closest approach to the sun. And this happened on September 12th at a distance of about 75 million kilometers from the sun. That is half the distance between Earth and the sun. Take a listen to what Spacialize had mentioned.
On September 11th, 2025, astronomer Vladimir Bezugli spotted something every comet watcher dreams of. Except this comet, R2 SWAN, instantly shattered expectations. Within days, its brightness surged from magnitude 11 to 7.4. Its tail stretched an astonishing 2 degrees across space, and its apparent behavior veered away from everything seen in decades of comet tracking.
The question many asked was, why did we not see this bright object earlier? The answer is that it was hidden behind the sun's glare. Between August 8th and September 13th, it was in 30 degrees of the sun, too close for most telescopes to observe. But here is where things get really interesting. R2 SWAN shared several visual characteristics with 3i Atlas. Both display that distinctive greenish glow. And this green color comes from the diatomic carbon, also called C2, which is a gas that glows under sunlight. That part is normal comet behavior. But both objects have also displayed what appears to be a sunward-facing tail.
The tail structure, described in early reports as striated and possibly multi-rayed, hinted at complex activity. Most comets display a single, well-behaved tail, gas and dust streaming away from the sun in a straight line. R2 SWAN's tail appeared to fan out, with subtle bends and knots visible even in amateur CCD stacks.
For R2 SWAN, a scientific paper published through the Astronomers Telegram in November documented this anti-tail formation. The paper notes that this feature formed from larger dust particles that remain near the orbital plane and projects a sunward-pointing feature when viewed from certain angles. Now here is the key difference. With most comets, this anti-tail is an optical illusion based on viewing geometry. But with 3i Atlas, Avi Loeb has documented that its sunward jet is not an optical illusion. That makes it stand out from thousands of known comets. Take a listen to what geophysicist Stefan mentioned on this.
Here on November 10th, we see that there is a bit of a sunward-facing tail right here. Here's the main tail, here's the sunward-facing tail. If we go down to the 18th, look at how much that's increased now. So now we really clearly have a sunward-facing tail here, and here's the normal anti-sunward-facing tail. So R2 SWAN is becoming more and more similar to 3i Atlas day by day, and both of them are strategically in a perfect position to perform something like a pincer maneuver in our solar system.
Now, there's so much more to cover, so don't go anywhere because we need to really address the elephant in the room here. People are saying these objects are both glowing green, both acting weird, and sitting on opposite sides of Earth, kind of like a cosmic squeeze play. And that statement will make a little more sense after you hear this clip.
What you add into that now is that both of them are perfectly on either side of the Earth right now. And it's almost like they're performing a pincer maneuver, where you flank your enemy from both sides.
Per analysis from NASA's Peter Veris that was highlighted by Abby Loeb, these two objects come from completely different directions. R2 SWAN originated from the direction of the Aquarius constellation. 3I Atlas arrived from Sagittarius near the galactic center. They are two completely separate objects that happen to be in our solar system at the exact same time. But you might be asking, Cristina, why does this matter? R2 SWAN is scientifically interesting. The comet underwent an outburst in late September, brightening to magnitude 5.9, which made it nearly visible to the naked eye. At that time, it was actually in the same region of the sky as 3I Atlas and another object known as K1 Atlas, which came very close to each other from Earth's perspective on September 29th. R2 SWAN is now fading as it moves away from the Sun and Earth, and its fragmentation means it may become even harder to observe in the coming weeks. Meanwhile, 3I Atlas continues its journey towards Jupiter with a closest approach to Earth coming on December 19th.
The facts are clear. R2 SWAN is rewriting what astronomers expect from comets. What drives its strange activity is still unknown, but its impact on science and technology is already undeniable.
The question is not whether these objects are connected, because based off of the data, they're coming from very separate places in space. However, the very strange thing that everyone's paying attention to is that they are almost exactly perpendicular from each other on each side of the Earth, creating this pincer maneuver. That seems rather strange, doesn't it? The question is, why are we seeing so much activity in our solar system right now? Is this just statistical noise, or are we finally paying attention to what has always been out there? I'm Cristina Gomez, and that is it for today. I will see you again next time for another UFO news update. Be safe, and remember, keep your eyes on the skies. If you enjoyed today's show, hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit the notification bell as I do daily UFO news and updates. Fresh UAP stories, government disclosures, and breaking developments land here every single day.